set this up real quick. There we go. Yeah, we're getting ready to do it. Getting ready to put some water in here. Just gotta set up a few more things. Alright, let's see here. So I got this heat lamp here and I don't want to blow my bulb, so get this out of here. So I had it down there because we did put in some concrete. That's kind of what I've been waiting on. Could have put water in this thing yesterday, or the day before yesterday actually. Take this back over to Cooter and Scooter over here. They've been missing their heat lamp for 4 days now. There we go. Perfect. So Scooter, there's your heat lamp back. I don't see Cooter anywhere. Let's go back over here. Alright. Alright, there's a few people in here now. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate everybody stopping by. I'm about ready to throw some water in this new pond. Get my camera to set up. There we go. Some bit to kick back on there. This is the second time I've done this. First time we had a leak. We plugged the hole, re-pond shielded twice, and we put some concrete on the backside. If it fucking leaks now, well, I'm gonna be a little frustrated, but we'll fix it. Of course, we don't know if it leaks past that point because I haven't gotten water past that point. So it could leak somewhere else. But I went around it pretty good. Yeah. So who the fuck knows? You don't know until you put water on it. Water is the ultimate test. Glasses on. Let me see. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the comments. So I appreciate everybody who's commented. Yeah, cool. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? Appreciate everybody stopping by. This is the second time we put water in the pond. It's been almost a week. It just takes a long time for this shit to cure. I think she's good to go now. She's showing me. I'm not sure she's going to sucking herself down in there now. Almost. We got a long ways to go. That leak was right here. And it may still leak. You don't know. Shouldn't. Put concrete on the backside down there. See, it's still a little wet, but most of it's dry. I've had the heat lamp on it from the inside and outside for a while. So it should be dry enough. Then we've got the pond shielded on this side that should hold water by now. Then we just gotta look around. Man, fucking bong hit got me. Excuse me. I'm gonna take my trusty old flashlight here. I'll be able to see if anything's leaking up in here. Came around and watched it once before. Just looking at what it looks like, making sure, I know what it looks like. Before and after. Fucking stand don't want to stand up by itself. Piece of shit. You know what? I forgot one thing. I got my fucking Grandmasters hung, baby. Just turn them bitches on. Look at that. Yeah. Light it up, son. Yeah. Oh, I can see. We're not even to the hole yet, so we're still coming up. We're up past the pump though, so we could. I appreciate that, everybody. I appreciate you coming in, stopping in. I put my glasses on to see the comments though. Appreciate it, Wade. Yeah, let there be light. That's right. We can even turn the pump on, hook the pump up. Pump's hooked up. Turn that on and see how bad we blast water out of there. That'll be fun for the first time. I have no idea what that pump's gonna do. It could blast it out of there. It's got 20 different settings. It's on setting 1, turned all the way down, of course. We're almost to the hole. It's kind of exciting. The thing is still fucking slow. Kind of exciting to see if it's gonna leak. Probably will fucking leak. There's a spot up in that corner there that was pretty deep, but it wasn't a hole. And I got the pond shield up in it, and you can feel it, so it shouldn't leak. So that don't mean it ain't gonna. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's fun to fuck around. I don't mind failing. That's all you gotta not care about. You care about failing, and you work, and you have some fun. Anything can be fixed. That's what I tell myself. If it leaks, we fix it. If something broke, we fix it. Pretty much anything can be fixed. Pretty much. Until it can't, then we go buy something new. Or build something new. I appreciate that. We're on an island in the middle to be a swampland. Yeah, it's, I can't, I mean, we could flow extra water in it. It's kind of like what's going on over there, but swampland, requires different soil. We'd have to set up different soil in that, like a bog soil. It's like more peat moss than anything, less organic matter. It can't go anaerobic, so it has to be already anaerobic. You know what I mean? So the bacteria and the biology in the bog has to be, capable of living in a bog. All right, we're there. We're past it. We're past it. I don't see any water. And it would be leaking by now. It was before. I'll take my glasses off to see. I'm at that age where, like, I gotta have fucking 2 pairs of glasses on my head. Sunglasses and seeing glasses now. We'll know if it's leaking around in the middle because I haven't put any water in the middle, so we'll see that for sure. Our only leak before was over here. We're well past that now. We're in uncharted territory. Cheers from Virginia. We are in uncharted territory as we speak. From here, we'll be able to see it leaking from the top. Before, down at the bottom was the hardest part because it's hard to see. But once it gets up past the floor there, it's pretty easy to see, huh? Should be rolling on down the mountain. Once we get this full, we'll let it sit for a second. Well, I'll say for a second, for a little bit. Make sure that everything, you know how water is, slow moving sometimes. If there's a spot there for it to seep through, it will find it. And I don't want that. We can't have it leaking. We cannot have the pond leaking or the creek leaking. That creates a constant drip into the it'll fill up, and your spot hole over here will be full. Your drainage hole, whatever you want to call it, will fill up. This is your drainage hole. It's easier to see over here in the new one. In the old one. So at the beginning, there was water down there. Now that we got plants in here, the plants wick up all that extra water, pulling up all that extra water out of the E horizon. So this is a horizontal soil system. What's up, Johnny? Come on. Can't have my door open, bro. It's in a horizontal soil system, right? Just like what you see here. So we got to add clay. So this should be clay, same as this. We've got clay all down. The clay is the start of the A horizon. So soil will go on top of the clay. Alright, I think we solved the leak problem. Past that point anyway. You coming in or staying out? One or the other. Let me turn this fan off. Yeah, we're looking good back there. We're about almost halfway there. That's some cold water now, boy, coming out of the well. Whew. Appreciate everybody showing up, checking out the new fill up here. We're, like I said, it's the second time putting water in. We filled the hole in with concrete, pond shield. We redid I pretty much ran pond shield over pretty much everything, giving them a nice coat. But it runs down, so if you don't get the mixture right, where the hardener and the A and B basically and the epoxy get mixed properly, and then you got to wait kind of a little bit to let it dry to where it doesn't run. It's not as watery, so to speak, and it runs down, and it runs down out of the cracks in some of the holes in the concrete. So I want to make sure that all that's filled. All right, you're not coming back in, bro. So that was the issue, and I didn't see a massive hole. It was a pinhole, but what I did was I took a little file. That's the part I didn't show you guys, and I kind of filed it out a little bit, making sure that stuff. Then I stuck a Q-tip up in there. Then I stuck another Q-tip up in there. And the Q-tip with the cotton on the end was going to wick that pond shield up into that hole. And that's what we did. And then we put concrete on the back side of it. Put the heat lamp on it. Now here we are. I have not yet turned on the pump, so that should be fun. That should be fun. Turning on that pump right there. I don't know if it's going to blast it. I want a pump size higher than the other one over there, so it could be interesting. Could get interesting. We still got a ways to go. It's kind of hard to see where the water is and where it isn't. We're up there, so we still got almost a lot. So it's a big pond. You know, it's more than you. I would definitely say it's well over 150-ish, maybe 107. My aquarium experience. You know, I had a 150-gallon aquarium for a while. I've seen 300-gallon aquariums. A buddy of mine had one. This isn't. It needs to be a little bit. You know, out here would be 300 probably in that depth. So that's why I'm saying this is probably 170-ish, 160, and then there's probably going to be another probably 50 to 40 to 50 in the creek. So somewhere around in there. Yeah, you know, it's somewhere. I'm not I'm not gonna measure it, or you could figure it out if you got the proper dimensions and all that. But I really don't give a shit. It is what it is. It ain't gonna get no bigger. My only concern right now is we might have to go get the pump size down from that one, because that one on setting 1, I'm hoping doesn't freaking blast it out. I'm hoping that it's, you know, not quite enough even to maybe even get it up. You know, I know it probably will. Setting 1 should. It does over there. This one I think is 300 or 400 gallons a minute. That one over there is like $1.50. Yeah, like I said, 180 to 100, 200, somewhere in there. That's not much. It's plenty for what we want it to do for. We're gonna throw some fish in here. We're gonna, of course, we're gonna put that. We're gonna put sand. It's the same stuff that's in the bottom here. It's going in to the bottom of the creek here, or the pond. So we'll have sand, silt, clay, same stuff that's in the creek, same stuff that's over there that we line the creek with over there, goes in here, along with a little bit of, we leave the organic matter in this, kind of a little bit of soil at the bottom almost, then pea gravel over top of the soil, then sand, silt, clay on top of that. So the soil layer underneath there will give our plants a place to root. No, I haven't had a problem with any type of mites or spider mites. We have such a, a vast ecosystem going on over here. I mean, we did just crash. If you've been following along, we crashed the damn thing. We did that with the light because we killed off the cyanobacteria. We killed off all our photosynthetic algae, everything that was creating oxygen and dissolved oxygen in the creek. We pretty much cooked because we removed the white light, not thinking. I was just focused on the plants, trying to give them a little play with the freaking red, deep red, not thinking about the bacteria in the creek, and we just cooked, and it showed. I mean, everything runs off the creek in the pond. So if the creek is off, the creek water is off, everything is. You see it immediately in all the plants. Because you got to think about it, everything is connected to that creek. Everything's connected to the water. All the roots want to go to the creek wall. And anything that's coming out of that creek that's bad, the plants are going to let us know. So if we lost our oxygenization in the creek, they were pulling up bad things. Basically lockout, nutrient lockout is what we got. We got lockout in the grass, we got lockout in the plants, lockout in just about everything on the edge of the creek was locked out of their nutrients because of no air. Now we just got to add that air back with some purple non-sulfur bacteria. We can do it with some lab mix. Yeah, so a good way to do that is if you know, get some Microbes Plus from Brandon Russ. Microbes Plus has purple non-sulfur bacteria in it, has photosynthetic bacteria and algae in it, has yeasts, different types of yeasts, different types of microbes that are great for ponds. It clean the pond, clean your aquarium, clean anything. I mean, it's just excellent bacteria that thrives in anaerobic conditions, and it can solve anaerobic problems like what we got going on over there. I think we're good on the pond, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, but that don't mean shit right now. Not leaking over here anywhere. Good over there. Oh, motherfucker. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? That's fucking water! Motherfucker! Look at that. How the fuck? How the fuck? That is insane. That is insane. Well, I'm gonna shut her down. Same spot. Just got pressure on it. Started leaking. God damn it. Ah, that sucks. And it's raining outside. How in the hell is that water still coming out of there? It's down at that same spot. Same exact spot. I just don't understand. Whoops. I just don't understand how that could leak. I really don't. I put so much pond shield on that. Put so much concrete on it. Fill the hole. And it's still coming out of there somehow, some way. Well, back to the drawing board, ladies and gentlemen. Because we can't have that. Can't have that. Yep. Can't have that. Trying to see if it's a steady stream, and it is. It is. It is. It is a steady stream coming out right there. And it's probably coming from around here, and the concrete we put over here is just pushing it out this hole here. So it's kind of a good thing that thing, we see it like that, because if we didn't see it, then this would leak consistently throughout the whole life of the pond. We would consistently be wet, we would never be able to dial this in. Like the roots would constantly be, we would be losing water constantly and not knowing why. It wouldn't be because that we were, we wouldn't be able to regulate, so to speak. And that's what I'm trying to get at. I wouldn't be able to regulate the amount of water, because the creek and the sand and the silt that we lay over top of this pond here, or the creek wall, is our regulator. That's how we regulate the amount of water coming into the system. So if we put sand and silt right through here and overlap it over top of the soil, it's going to pull that water right through here, spreading it out as far as it can go. We can cut it off here and cut it off here. I can remove this, just disconnect that, and that cuts the water off. Having something like this, I can never cut the water off. It'll be constantly flowing, and we'll be constantly losing water, and that's not good. That's not good. So that's what it's doing. It's pushing that water where we didn't put concrete. It's still leaking. There's only one thing we can do now, and that's drain this sumbitch with the shot vac. We'll bring in the 5-gallon shot vac, suck this out, get it back down to the spot that we need to seal up. We're going to come in here with a little bit of sander. We're going to sand some of this down on the side of the wall there, and we're going to reconcrete it. And then we're going to re-pond shield it. And that's just what we got to do. It's going to set us back a few days, but with the heat lamp on it, it only takes about, a couple of days for that concrete to cure up in here in a small batch like that. Plus we can hit it from both sides. Oh yeah, the pump. Let's test the pump. Good call. Good call. Good call. Let's test the pump. You can put some of it in the creek, huh? Alright, y'all ready for this shit show? Get ready for this shit show. Alright, here's our pump. Let's see here, do I have enough cord to get to the plug here? I think I do. Alright, so just so you know, the water's coming out from right here, and it's running up through there. It's going to come out right through here. It's going to hit this rock here, and it's going to shoot up through here. I can remove this rock here just in case. But this is what kind of blocks water from splashing up. It's going to ricochet around there and come back and fall down in there. That's what we hope. The water that comes back to this hose is raised up, so there's a hole right there, so that the water that backflows past this goes down into that hole. The hose is up here, hole goes down there, so everything should shoot in here, blah, 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 come back, go down through here and come out through here, going down, hitting this, going down in here, shooting out, going down into the creek, hitting this, falling off. And let's see. I don't know what we're on as far as the pump is concerned, so we're just going to turn it on. Oh shit, turn it down. Okay. Okay. I kind of like that. I need to get over here though. Oh, that's nice. That's on its lowest setting too. I think we nailed that, boys and girls. Uh-oh. No, we didn't. We got a leak. This is the first time we tested this. I'm pretty sure it's right here. Damn, I put so much of that stuff in there, man. God, dude. But we're just going to have to smooth that out. Uh-oh. When we bring the concrete in, we got some concrete work to do. That's all it is to it. Lots of concrete work to do. A few spots. Remember, when we get sand, silt, clay, pea gravel in there, it'll raise that up. And that's when we need to. That's where we need to dial it in, you know. So it's really waterfalling down. Right through there. And then it rests kind of right in there and then levels out. Got a leak over there. I know where that one's at too. Man, everywhere where I put gobs of that pond shield is where it doesn't have a back on it, it is leaking. And I know exactly where it's leaking at too. So we just got some concrete work to do. A few spots. Now we know. In that spot I knew. God dang. The pond shield just really let me down on that filling in holes without a back, you know. Definitely doesn't do very well. If you don't smooth that concrete out nice and smooth, it will not fill in cracks very well. And they do tell you that on the box. So they do tell you that. So this is why we test though. This leak seems to have stopped out of the pond, and we got leaks in the creek. Yeah, the liner prevents me from being able to really stack, like things slide down on it. Like, you know, I've got the liner in here, but as far as in the creek, I wanted it as natural as possible. I didn't want to go pond liner in the creek or in the pond because I wanted it to look as natural as possible. I wanted to be able to, you know, bring in that sand, silt, the peak gravel, bring it up over the rocks, not have to worry about covering plastic. The pond shield worked great on the first one. It's going to work great. It works great here too. It just, you know, there's some concrete work I got to do. Look, and I should have known better. Like, look at those spots. Even though those spots got concrete under them and on the back side of it, you know, water's water. So you just take your lumps and go back and repair your flaws. You know what I mean? Well, I do like that waterfall. I do like that waterfall. Let's focus in on some good news anyway. I do like the waterfall. We can turn it up. Turn that pump up. That's all the way down. It seems to be pretty good. You know, once it gets some crap in it from the pond, though, it'll slow it up some. So if I end up turning it up like 1 or 2. Yeah, got some spots. We got information we didn't have, bro. Just kind of getting down here on a. Let me see if I can reach down here on a. That spot right there. Massive right there. Got one spot in there. I can't believe that leaks that bad. Just imagine how much it would leak like over a year's time. I did not know that it was there. You know what I mean? Like if we just threw soil in it and threw some water in it and went on thinking, hey, it's good. Nope. Not even close. This one over here doesn't even look like it's hardly leaking anymore. Barely trickling out. They're not even really trickling out. It's just yeah. Yeah, we're gonna fill all this in with water anyway, so. Well, now the work comes. Now we get to pump all this water out. What do you think, Johnny? I guess I could just pull the hose out from the back, pull the pump down here, run the hose out the door, pump it right on out, huh? Sounds like a pretty good plan to me. Yeah, that sound is, we definitely got water going in here now. That's definitely, the sound aspect is on point. Johnny, go get the concrete bucket if you want to do something productive. We got work to do. Huh? Always something. Where you going? What? Get up here and see how this looks back here. Yeah, I don't see any water coming back. There's some little bit of splash going on right through here. Not too bad though. Plants ought to like that. So we do got some concrete work to do. That shouldn't take long. We'll put a heat lamp on it, and hopefully this time next week we'll be doing this again. And hope for the best, right? I'm trying to do a better job. But I know where we got problems, and I know where we don't, so that's a good thing. Right there, sure, that one spot right there in the creek. That spot there. Got a spot right here. Spot right there. Pretty much everywhere where I pretty much thought that we might have trouble. We have trouble. Ain't that funny? Yeah, coming in on the inside here. wonder how bad it would be to leave a few dripping like that. You know, just constantly keeping that bottom. Because we could get to a point where like, there's so much vegetation up here that it's wicking up and never allowing the water to ever get to the bottom. And we do want water at the bottom. Those are all questions that I have. I know we don't want no major leak. I'm just talking about like a drip. Like maybe a drip up there and a drip back here to keep it kind of even in certain spots, just to keep a constant water source at the bottom. It's just an idea. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm learning too. That's the cool thing about this. And this is all trial and error for me. Well, this is the second one. This is the first one. Kind of knew where I wanted to go with this. But, you know, we're almost there. Got a few leaks here and there. Nothing we can't fix. Just more work is all. Don't see anything in there. Just right over there where it's leaking out there. I know where that one is. Nothing in here. I know that one. So we've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. That's going to need some concrete. What we'll do is just sand those spots down with a little Dremel. Throw some concrete on, smooth the concrete out. Let her dry, put the heat lamp on it. Cure it real good. Throw some pond shield on it. It should be good. Yeah, you could do this in any type of small aquarium. What you need is the sand and the silt and the clay. That's what you need. You need this stuff. This stuff that comes from a creek, from around a creek. Like this stuff here is full and it wicks water like crazy. But it's full of biology, but it's the right kind of biology. It's the anaerobic kind that can withstand sitting in that water and not go rancid on you. Same as what's in the creek. Creek is what that sand and that silt is what wicks up that water. See? So we bring that same sand, silt that you find in the creek, at the bottom of the creek, extend it on up over the wall. Wherever you extend it up over the wall is where you're going to wick water into your soil pocket. It's that simple. That's how you regulate the water going up and over the creek wall. So you can remove where you don't have it, there's no water there. Where you do have it, there's going to be water. You can even extend it over and then run a line of that stuff to wherever you want it to run to. And until the worms break it down, turn it into worm castings, which they do fast. I just did this the other day. You can see they'll turn it into worm castings super fast. And then we have to replenish. And that's kind of how we got the crash. That's just part of the reason. We killed off our cyanobacteria, all our algae, our string algae that was catching all the poo, and all the ammonia, and all the nitrates that were coming out of the pond that the turtles and fish produce. We lost it all. See those dark green patches? That's what I'm looking for, actually. That's the start of the green hair algae that actually produces oxygen. It's kind of how we're on this planet right now. It started the oxygenation process, releasing it from the oceans and waters around the world, way long before anything was on this planet. It was the algae and cyanobacteria and lots of other different things going on. But the algae, if you do your research on the algae, extremely important. Not just in the water, but in the soil. So we definitely got the leakage, you can see. Now imagine that over a year's time, it would constantly, but it would also be getting wicked up from the bottom. You gotta remember, it would be constantly wicking that water up. So the soil would be wicking this water up, and the plants would tap into this and use it. All the biology and fish waste that would be in that water would be down in there doing its thing. So is it extremely bad to have a leak here and there? I don't know. I know I don't think it would really matter if it's just like a dribble like that, because it's going to be so much. And then once I get the sand and the silt and the clay in here to fill that up, to raise it up, a lot of that sand and silt will clog these holes up, slowing that leak process. So, you know, we're going to fix it anyway. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The roots will find the leak hole and grow to it, opening up the hole even more, releasing the water. Yeah, we're gonna fix it. I'm just trying to analyze if it's extremely dangerous, like if it would ruin the hole. So if you were to put soil in and find a leak like that, you would probably just pull all the soil out and repair it. Pull all the soil out, find the leak, drain it, and do what I'm getting ready to do. Just take a little sandpaper, a Dremel, or whatever you got, sand the area, throw some more concrete down, smooth it out as smooth as you possibly can, let it cure, throw the pond shield on, let that cure. I just didn't do a very good job on the concrete through here. I left some spots that I knew, but I just figured the pond shield would do its thing because I didn't think the crack would be that big. But obviously, we were wrong. In some spots, anyway. It didn't take long. It didn't take long at all. I mean, we were here live when I just looked down and noticed it. It didn't take long. So I just see, like, something like this probably isn't that big of a deal. Like, this is like not, I see it when I put my finger on it, like, you know, it's not drying up, it's coming back. So it's a leak there for sure, but it's very tiny. Unlike so, but you know, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna fix this. I know where these are, right there. We know where we need to seal up at, so we're good. Let's seal up in there too. You see that leaking? Look through there, it's just splashing. I don't know if that's splash or leak. It looks like a leak, so we'll seal that up too. So yeah, got some work to do, but now we know. I do like the waterfall action though. That seems to be okay. Now what we're going to do is now, see, coming down that straight waterfall there, yeah, it kind of comes right down through there and levels out right here. We can build up some rock and put a rock out here, and it'll hit that rock and then fall down again, bringing that, adding an extra waterfall. So we could just build it up, stick a rock in there, let it come off, boom, falling into this pool here. Yep. We're not drowning in water. Not drowning in water. Just got a few spots to do, and we will be good to go. Oh, sorry, I was looking at these, I'm paying attention to the thing, I haven't looked at it. I found out there were ponds and leaks and the tree roots spreading. Yeah, they do that. They want, yeah. Yeah, appreciate it, Galaxy. You feel all this is soil. All this is going to be soil. This is a test. This is the second time we've done a leak test. First time we've done it in the creek. First time I'm seeing where I need to do some touch-up work in the creek. I knew I had to do some touch-up work over here. It looks like we did not fix the problem completely. So now we've got the information we need to go back and seal up what we need to seal up. And after that, we'll try again. Just putting in my mind where we need to work. I know we need to work up there. We're going to put some, fill in that hole up there. We're going to let that water, instead of going into that hole, we're going to let it come in. We're going to seal this. We're going to get this better. We're going to get that a lot better right there. We got a spot right here. We're good through here. We got a spot here and here. And a spot there. Other than that, I think we can knock that out with a half a bucket of mud. That's all we'll need. Half a bucket of mud, the heat lamp. She'll be ready for pond shield probably by, what's today, Friday? She'll be ready for pond shield by Sunday, Monday. We'll be ready for water again by Wednesday, Thursday. We'll probably do it again, Friday of next week. I am not in any hurry. I'm not in a rush. I'm not going to bust my ass to seal a leak. I'll tell you that. I got all this to take care of. So and I got Digger over here. What's up, Digger? Come here to me. Let me see you. Show everybody how big you are. Say hi, Digger. He's like, what the hell? Put me down, motherfucker. Put me down. Here, let you sit in my hand and let people see how big you are. Yeah, I can't do full screen while I'm live. Won't let you do it on YouTube. Yeah, I'll put you back where you were, buddy. Yeah, if you can't do it live, you only do it this way when you're live. We're gonna go bluegill for the new pond fish. Bluegill and crappie. 'Cause that's what I can catch down here at the reservoir, and that's what I don't mind eating. So what this whole project is based off of is being able to farm your own protein and your own vegetables and herbs all in the same place year round. You'll be able to harvest. You can harvest your fish, harvest your herbs, harvest your vegetables, and go hit the grill if you want to. That's kind of my plan. So I'd like to be able to harvest from over there and harvest from over here. I don't know how many fish. Probably, I mean, we got enough water and space there for quite a few. Crappie are very territorial, I know that. They run in packs, so at least 4 to 6 of those. And the bluegill, you know, we can do maybe 4, 3, 4 of those. Just see how they go. We're gonna have, you know, tree logs in there. It's gonna be, you know, a whole pond ecosystem in there. So right now it just looks like a bare bucket of water. So there'll be plenty of spots to hide and run around and do their thing. We'll have shrimp and gonna put some freshwater clams and snails, all that good stuff. No turtles. Turtles, if you don't know, like to eat and fuck shit up. And that's all they do. Is eat and fuck shit up. So anything in here, like our monstera roots, I'm shocked they're still, look at their monstera roots. Every time I come in here, they're like stripping them bare. I don't know what's going on down there with that monstera root. It looks like it's sprouting. But they like to, they eat all the time. Pretty much if something's in front of them, they're going to eat it. Period. If it's moving and they can catch it, they're going to eat it. Any type of green grass, any type of anything, they're eating it. They don't care. Check out this monstera. I measured this earlier. It was 33 inches. That's a big ass monstera leaf. That's the monster monstera. 33 inches from the top down to the bottom. Almost 3 feet. Almost 3 feet. Crazy shit. This one's 28 inches. Yeah, it's just laying down on it. It's just gone crazy. Roots going just gonna take over this whole side over here. Yeah, we got some shrimp. We killed almost all. We had hundreds of them. We went from hundreds down to like 2, 3 due to the crash. Here. Yeah, there's one. You see all the snails, the little black dots, or freshwater snails. Look how the freshwater snails all over the Kimmy Pure bag. So that's the first stage. So the snails come in. It's crazy how the cycle works, because you can actually see the different stages of the snails and the shrimp and the algae, and everything progresses. You can see we've added in some star moss today. I don't know if you saw my post, but I don't know if that's going to make it or not, but I just found some outside, and I pulled a little bit of it out, and I stuck it in there. And we also put some creeping Jenny in. So I got creeping Jenny everywhere. I put some creeping Jenny in to see if we can get that started. Yeah, catfish. I could do catfish. Catfish get around here so big, man. We got channel cat. I mean, they get big. And catfish ain't, it's okay. It's, yeah. Great. I like catfish bites, chop them up, fry them up, put some seasoning on them. They're good like that. When they get too big, though, they get kind of nasty. So, yeah, we're not, we got some spots. And all in all, not too bad. I like the flow. I like the waterfall. It's not splashing over too bad. A little bit of backsplash coming off that, but not too bad. Just enough to actually keep plants wet. I don't mind that at all. I was worried about it splashing and coming over, being so powerful it just blasted out. So I like that. That's right, Galaxy. We only learn by making mistakes. That's exactly right. And those are in my opinion, that's the best way to learn. Because if you don't make a mistake, then you really don't learn a lesson that you can remember. So I'll remember this, because I'm going to have to do the work to fix it. Especially, how bad it sucks when you get something that you think is complete, and then you find out it's not, and you got to go back and do it all over again. That can kind of gut punch you. I had to go through that 7 different times on that creek. So I know exactly how it feels. And I know exactly what I got to do now. And the next time we do this, next Friday, we'll be ready to rock, hopefully. Hopefully we'll have solved all the problems. But even if we haven't, we'll just do it again. That's how we roll around here. I won't quit until we get it right. That hole would have to, this one in the pond, I tell you, that's hot. I mean, it ain't even really leaking that bad. We're going to fix it, but I'm not mad at that. Probably would never notice it. Kind of like that oil leak in your car, you know what I mean? Kind of like a drip in the driveway, you know what I mean? So we topped off everything over here with new sand and silt. You can see that the worms are already working it. Brought it into the soil. You gotta go. Trying to see what we can see under here. that could look. Let's see. Spread out this sand a little bit more. The worms love that sand and silk. That silk especially. They can get that into their mouths and just pull it on in. Run through it, and this is where all that worm casting comes from. When I touch it, they run, don't they? Kind of crazy. Trying to get some springtails. There's one over there. Look how tiny they are. Get the freaking camera to... Got isopods and some springtails. I saw them. Springtails were tiny. There's one. There's another one. This camera won't focus. So the springtails are one of the reasons why we don't have fungus gnats. So as long as you got a good population of springtails, they eat fungus gnat larvae. So we don't usually have an issue unless we crash the system like we did. Grass is getting a lot better. It's not browning. You can see that it was browning at the bottom. We're starting to come back. Some green grass starting to come back. All of that was turning brown. We cut this. You can see how that over there is taller. We cut this. I was pulling out some of this old. Just creating some air packages. Like some of this old stuff. Those are my little aerators and my little workers. Gotta make sure my workers are good. All the isopods, springtails, road beetles, worms, earwigs, all kinds of stuff. All the way down to the nematodes, the protozoa, down to the bacteria and fungi. You know, the soil food web. That's what we're trying to recreate here. I don't have any water on the floor, so that's the best news. Appreciate you, Benny. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate everybody stopping by and taking the time to watch what we need to do. And so I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I don't even know what time it is. The lights go out at 6, so it's 4:20. Look at that. 4:18. We got 2 minutes for 4:20. Knew I felt that. So what I'm going to do is shut the pump off. I'm going to pull the hose out, bring the pump down here, run the hose out the door, pump this water out, pump the rust out of the creek with a shot vac. And then spread a little concrete. Be that simple. Yeah, isopods in an indoor small grow in like a 4x4 tent can get out of hand real quick. I have a little bit more space here, so I kind of need them. They can get out of hand though, but they're great decomposers and they're great aerators. They can work through soil. They're like freaking little armored tanks running through the soil, aerating it, destroying organic matter as they go along, getting it ready for the next stage of breakdown. They eat and they shit a lot. You gotta remember that. Shit is good. Lots of different types of shit. You gotta remember everything in there, all the way down to the springtails. What goes in, gotta come out. all the way down to the bacteria and fungi are the last thing. That's the last stage. They do not shit. The bacteria just kind of explode, and fungi don't have any type of parts like that. So, I'm going to head on out of here. Happy 420. And I appreciate everybody stopping by. And we'll see you on the next time. Oh, well, actually, we'll see you tomorrow morning, actually. We'll have a video going tomorrow morning. We'll see you there. Peace.